Sandile Cedric Mfusi Jnr, who is popularly known by his stage name Masandi, is an R&B soul singer, songwriter, actor and presenter. The Durban-born entertainer started performing at a tender age of 7 and has been making waves in the industry ever since. After a hiatus of self-discovery and introspection, he has now returned with a beautifully crafted single that features sing-along melodies titled Amagate. Well, Masandi joins us now on Zoom to tell us more about his latest project. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
Let's talk about how you discovered that you're an entertainer at a tender age of 7. How did that come about?
Well, to be honest, it all started off at church. I think just as a young kid, I used to sing a lot at home, and my mother was very much involved in church, and she obviously they discovered that, and they asked me one day to just go and sing in front of the church and prepare something. So it just started there, and then to my surprise, everybody just stood up. It was like, oh, okay. Everybody's happy when I sing. Okay, so I've got something. So I think that's basically how I just discovered it, and then from there, it just grew into something else.
Yeah, and I mean that also gave birth to local competitions and singing in school choirs. How did that shape the musician that you are today?
It shaped it quite a lot because obviously with any exposure, you start learning about music, about different techniques and all that, but also just to gain knowledge. I think music is always like a learning process, whether it's a competition, whether it's a choir, whether it's a band, whatever it is, wherever you are, you always gaining more knowledge from music. So I think it shaped me to become very technical when it comes to my singing. And really pay attention to my vocal ability.
Now, from early on, you established yourself as an R&B soul singer and songwriter. What is it about this genre that spoke to you?
To be honest, I think when I was growing up, I was listening to a lot of. Well, I didn't play it myself, but like my aunts, my uncles, my dad, they always used to play like, your Luther Van Ross, your Marvin Gaye's, your Mariah Carey's, and it was always just around me. And I feel like it was just the first genre, I guess, that really resonated with me naturally. So yeah, I can't really say I chose it like that, but I feel like I related more with it as I grew up, because obviously I was starting to experience relationships and love, and I wanted to express that in my music, and I got to a point where I was like, okay, cool, let me write songs and let me start writing how I actually feel, and that's basically how it started.
And now you took a break, self-discovery and introspection. Talk to us about that, and then the decision to then return to write this new song. What was the reason behind that break?
I don't know. I think I've just just went through a couple of things in my life that just really made me just think like, where am I actually going with this thing of music? Do I really want to do this music thing? Because I'm really a person who likes the limelight, really. But, I knew that it was a calling and it was a gift that I had to answer to. So I just wanted to have like a clear mind and a clear direction as to where I need to go to, which level do I need to take this thing to. So I think with any artist, with any great artist, I think, there's always a moment of like just a bit of doubt. It's like, so I think I had that split moment, and I quickly got reminded that, you're here for a reason, and you are here to, to bring a message to people, and through your voice, and you're a mouthpiece. So yeah, I needed that moment to have that level of introspection.
Yeah, I want to talk about this new single, Amagate. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so basically Amagate is a beautiful song simply about good times, good vibes, and just, enjoying the moment and enjoying the freedom that we have right now. It's been a really tough time. I think everybody's been going through so much, and we just want to go back to our normal lives where we just, experiencing life at its fullest, just connecting with people and being out there and really, really doing the most. So it's basically a good feel-good song. It gives you the vibes when you listen to the song. So yeah, I'm hoping that people are really gonna like it.
Yeah, talk to us about who you worked with on this project.
This specific song?
Yeah.
So I worked with there's my producer called Jakes, the producer. I worked with there was Danya that I worked with. I worked with just forgot this guy's name.
They won't be too happy.
No, because he wasn't in studio. So yeah, I worked with like 3 people on the project, and yeah, I think we came up with something beautiful.
I mean, talk to us about what plans you have in sharing this project going forward, and is this the start of, are you going the EP direction, or are you going to go the whole album direction from here on?
Well, to be honest, I'd have to run past that with the label and everything. But right now, I'm just working on brand new material that's part of a body of work. Just not yet sure whether it's going to be an EP or an album at this point. But I think we just need to gain the momentum once again. Now that we're in a space that we can actually go out there and promote our music, and so now we're just trying to get back to the gear, basically. But I'm sure you guys will find out really soon.
And, at what point were you really happy with it? You making this music, but at what point did you say, okay, we've worked enough on this, it's time for it to be released?
I think music is all about feeling, and if it just feels right, it's like, okay, this is the point where I feel like this song, I mean, there's always room for improvement, but if it's just making you feel good and it's like, it just gives you that feeling, then I think it's always the right time to give it to the people. Because most of the time we hold on to music and like, no, maybe I can add this, but maybe I can put this person on it. And it's like, no, the song is good, and you play it to people like, but the song is great, and then you're like, okay, I'm overthinking. So it's always about like that moment when you're like, oh, man, this makes me feel good.
Yeah,
that's always a moment, because that's the feeling that you need to get people.
All right, Masandi, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with the album, R&B and soul singer and songwriter Masandi, and he was talking to us about his musical journey and his new title, his new single rather, titled Amagate. All right, let's take a